Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching. County Executive Marc Elrich joined the county's opioid intervention team to provide an update on progress the county has made in addressing the opioid crisis. Susan Kennedy has a story.
Tell me exactly what happened.
I think he overdosed on heroin.
For the first time in a decade, the number of opioid overdose deaths dropped here in Montgomery County during the first quarter of this year. At a press event, officials acknowledged this is good news, but stressed that by no means is this crisis over.
And as chair of the Public Safety Committee, and I speak for Council President Nancy Navarro and all of my colleagues, we are very aware of the scope of the issue. And we're also encouraged in the many ways in which we're responding to the crisis. But that doesn't mean we've done enough, and that doesn't mean that we will stop. We will continue.
This is not going to go away quickly. Addicts do not recover quickly. So we need a long-term strategy to deal with this problem.
The availability of Naloxone, or Narcan, has played a big role in the reduction of these numbers.
Such a complex disease.
Jackie Fleming was saved by Narcan 18 times during her battle with addiction. Today, she is days away from being 1 year drug-free.
I can personally say that Narcan was a tool that helped save my life, and I'm beyond grateful for its invention. Without this invention and tool, even more lives would be lost. The overdose statistic would be even higher and more horrific. However, there are so many other tools required in order to pave the road for an addict to successfully achieve recovery. There are so many challenges an addict must personally face. Raising awareness and working together collectively as a community should be of the highest priority.
I think it's great. I'm beaming. I was crying during her speech. I just absolutely love it.
At Veterans Plaza in Rockville, an interactive art exhibit by Bethesda artist Suzanne Furstenberg is on display until the end of October. The exhibit is designed to explore the roots of addiction. The eyes of the water are there to convey that being caught in addiction can make one feel as though they are drowning. The county has launched a new website, which includes information on treatment and support. Reporting from Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy.
This week, we sat down with Executive Elrich for the taping of our show 101. As usual, we addressed several current issues, from the nomination of Marcus Jones for the police chief post to the future of the Corridor Cities Transitway project, which is now in doubt as the Maryland Department of Transportation removed the project from its list of priorities.
You know, ironically, both a commuting issue but also an economic development issue, because so much of the Science City depends on having transit, and no further expansion of Montgomery County's jewel and frankly Maryland's jewel. So I think the governor made a serious mistake there.
Elrich also talked about his recent visit to New York City to meet with the three major Wall Street bond rating agencies, where the county was able to obtain a AAA bond rating.
We came back, and 2 weeks later we were told that we got all three AAA ratings. I'm very happy about that because it continues the county's long-standing, I think maybe even longest-standing rating, is having consistently gotten AAA bond ratings. So I was very happy with that, but I was also happy about the language they used, because they were pretty positive about what they saw in the county management and our plans, and I thought that explaining to them what we were trying to do, particularly with the budget going forward, actually resounded pretty well with them. It did indicate that we weren't just hoping that good times would continue, but they were actually looking proactively at how we become better managers and stewards of our resources.
You can watch this entire episode of 101 by visiting the county's YouTube channel. And County Executive Marc Elrich continues hosting a series of budget forums to seek input from residents about the fiscal year 2021 operating budget priorities. All forums begin at 7 p.m. and the next one will take place on Wednesday, October 30th at the Silver Spring Civic Building. These forums allow residents to get information about the priorities taken into consideration while preparing the budget, and also allows them to give input directly to the county executive. For more information, go to montgomerycountymd.gov. The Upcounty Regional Services Center continues to offer multiple on-site services to county residents, from business classes to employment coaching. Kathy Matthews, director of said center, was our guest in the county's Spanish language radio show and told us that her center, along with the 4 other throughout the county, are strategically preparing for the 2020 census outreach.
We know that the county has a complete count committee again this year to make sure we count as many people, count everybody in Montgomery County. And this year, each of the regional offices, I don't know whether Humberto has told you this, each of the regional offices has a complete count subcommittee. So Upcounty, we have a great committee. We're still growing the committee. But what we want to do is make sure we find everybody who sometimes gets uncounted or isn't counted, whether they're seniors who live alone, they're isolated and live alone out in the more rural areas, or the homeless, or someone who really doesn't connect with people. So we have put together a subcommittee of different organizations, people who work with our populations, and we'll come up with a strategy of how we can make sure everybody is counted.
For more information about the 2020 census, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/census. Coming up on County Report this week, it's all about business during Economic Development Week. Executive Elrich expands the Business Connect program in East County. And Elrich also tours a couple of businesses with new headquarters in the county. Those stories and more when we come back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Montgomery County Executive Marc Elrich announced the expansion of the Business Connect program to the East County regional area. During the last 10 months, the executive has been listening and taking input from business owners in order to enhance the entrepreneurship climate in the county. The Business Connect program is offered in locations around the county, including some libraries and the Upcounty and Silver Spring service centers.
We realized a couple of years ago when we created the Economic Development Corporation, we kind of stripped most of the resources out of the county's own economic development programs. But the Economic Development Corporation was never meant to serve the small businesses, so a lot of us felt there was this big hole. So when I was running, I said I want to reconnect the local communities back into small business support, and I wanted to open up centers around the county where small businesses could come in for assistance. We're going to have programs out of here. There's going to be counselors available from here, so to help people get started in small businesses.
Through Business Connect, current and potential business owners can receive coaching, counseling, classes, and network to help them succeed. For more information, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/biz. Also, as part of Economic Development Week, Executive Marc Elrich hosted Maryland Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz at RADA Technologies in Germantown. RADA is an Israeli radar systems company that has located its U.S. headquarters in Montgomery County.
Imagine Mickey Mouse ears designed by the Terminator. RADA Technologies in Germantown will be creating these high-tech radars to protect U.S. servicemen in the battlefield. The company received a visit from Maryland Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz and Montgomery County Executive Marc Elrich. The offices and manufacturing site are still under construction. CEO Bill Watson says the first radar will be assembled before the end of the year.
Our very first radar will be off the production line this year, singular. The real production actually starts in Q1 of next year.
The company developed the equipment in Israel, in part because of shelling of civilians from the Gaza Strip. The equipment is currently in use in Israel, and the radar can detect a range of targets.
From the very smallest of targets, that is a small drone, the commercial drones that you can buy on Amazon, all the way up through rockets, mortars, into even potentially missiles we can detect.
Moving to the U.S. was an effort to sell the equipment to the U.S. market. Lots of those defense industries have located across the river into Virginia. RADA chose Montgomery County.
I think that the state of Maryland and the governor specifically has a great relationship with Israel. We have an Israeli Trade Council here in the state of Maryland that works very, very well with exports and imports. The governor did do a trade mission a few years ago to Israel, and I think it's really important for all global companies to know that Maryland is a great place to have a U.S. headquarters, and this company fortunately found the benefit in that.
And not only will it be manufactured here, you'll be using American parts as well, and a lot of parts from Maryland?
Yes, so we're right now developing our supply chain, our supply base in the U.S. When we can keep things local, we definitely want to.
In Germantown, this is Doug Tolman reporting for County Report This Week.
And another company has made Montgomery County its home. Truebill Incorporated, a financial technology company, has relocated its corporate headquarters to downtown Silver Spring from the San Francisco Bay Area. Truebill is owned by a tech entrepreneur and investor who is originally from Montgomery County and who has launched other companies in Silver Spring. County Executive Marc Elrich was there for the grand opening.
You're going to be great citizens in Montgomery County because it's not just the business you're going to bring here and the growth, but it's the other part. You can be ambassadors for us in other parts of the tech world. You can be a star here and showcase us to the rest of the world by using your facility. You're going to make a difference, I think, in the ecology of Montgomery County. And we are trying to change the story and the ecology of Montgomery County. And this is part of what's going to make a difference in Montgomery County. So I'm thrilled to death that you made this landing.
In addition to relocating the company's headquarters, Truebill plans to add 95 jobs in downtown Silver Spring. If you're concerned about water quality and what you can do to improve it, then the H2O Summit is an event you don't want to miss. During the summit, you'll learn about how our daily actions impact local streams and rivers. You will also meet local environmental leaders who are working to make the county a cleaner, greener place to live. So save the date, Saturday, November 2nd, from 9:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. The summit will be held at the Rockville Senior Center. The event is free, but make sure you register online. You can find more information at the website on your screen. From the candy to the costumes, Halloween is always a fun time of year for the young and the young at heart. It is also a night to take some safety precautions. For one, make sure your porch light is on and clear debris from your yard so children do not trip on it. If you are a parent or guardian with children trick-or-treating, make sure an adult or responsible older sibling goes out with them. If you have older children trick-or-treating, make sure they travel in a group, carry a cell phone, and discuss the route and when they will be home. Everyone should carry a flashlight and also stick to neighborhoods that you are already familiar with. Finally, motorists should use extra caution on Halloween night. It is dark and there will be a lot of children out and about. So slow down and take your time getting around. Stay safe and have a happy Halloween. And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember, you can find out more information about Montgomery County at montgomerycountymd.gov or follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.